Okay, I chopped out nearly 3 paragraphs of content. So hopefully this will get me there. I'll start at the 30-second mark and I'll run. Hopefully this goes to 6 minutes. This is now less than a page and a half. So hopefully this should be good. So if it gets to 6, hopefully it hits before 6. Trying to make it 5.5 minutes. Shabbat Shalom. I think when it comes to long, intractable problems, there are often many opinions, many stories, and many answers provided by everybody involved. It seems like that when we face the current divisiveness of American politics, and it seems like that when we consider the long-standing conflict between Israel and its closest neighbors, the Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. So I don't want to add my opinion, my story, my solution. I'll just tell you what I do these days as I navigate a world of frightened, angry, frustrated, stubborn, vengeful, certain, and confused people in my life on these topics. This America, this Israel, this president, this war. Usually I ask lots of questions and I listen. And in the end, I understand someone else better. I understand why they hold that opinion. I understand why they believe or have written that story in their head to explain a big, weird, unknowable world. And I understand why they want to sell me on whatever particular solution they picked. I hear about and listen to people who belong to a group in town called Doikite, a Yiddish word, they say, for here-ness. It's inspired by an early 20th century Eastern European Jewish philosophy that Judaism can be lived here and does not need to hearken to the land of Israel for its fulfillment to be good and Jewish and holy and help the world. Doikite is LGBTQIA plus friendly, radical progressive friendly, and anti-Zionist friendly. What exactly does anti-Zionist mean to them individually? I haven't poked too much into whatever harms or hurts they've felt, because I know that anti-Zionist Jews are on the outs with most of their brothers and sisters these days. I know that because a good friend of mine recently left my book club and is taking a break from local Jewish life because he doesn't see his feelings reflected in the words and prayers there. He feels it's wrong for the Israeli nation state to do this much killing, especially when it's his own religion and people and Jewish nation that's doing the killing. I listen to and ask questions of a Midwest rabbi who is publicly and daily loud and proud about his pro-Israel and pro-Zionism on X and Facebook and in the synagogue. He believes a strong Israel and a stronger United States of America are better for the world. He'd make Aliyah if he could make it financially work. And anti-Zionism and anti-Zionist rhetoric drive him up the wall. I listened to a young girl going through confirmation at a Reformed temple explain to me why she didn't want to go and her parents weren't going to make her go on a Washington, D.C. trip to Reform Judaism's Religious Action Center. A few months later, that Midwest rabbi called the RAC a rubber stamp for the Democratic Party. Her parents didn't agree with the politics embodied in the session descriptions and titles that seemed to skew left, even though the program was ostensibly open to everyone. I listened to a young Hebrew student of mine in her last year before her bat mitzvah rant angrily during one evening's lesson about how she just wanted Trump to die. She wished him dead. I just listen to what people are saying. I ask questions to clarify what they say. And I seek to understand why they say and believe what they do. What experiences did they have that lead them to hate or love America? Hate or love Israel? Hate or love this politician or that religion or that celebrity influencer? And I find it helpful when finally something has to be decided, when I really need to do something, all this listening and asking questions and trying to walk a mile in the other human's shoes, trying to understand, I think helps me make a better, centered, wise decision. You can try it too if you want. Listen next time, even if you disagree. Ask questions to find out why that person believes things you think you don't believe. Try to understand what they've seen, heard, read, and experienced to bring them to this point. And of course, ask yourself if maybe they're a little right or maybe a lot right, and they might not be. And that's okay. At least you will have listened well, asked sincere questions, and tried to understand. Shabbat Shalom. That should be perfect.